Well, to call Hugh Jackman's return to the Marvel Universe triumphant is a massive understatement. The actor returned to his classic role of Wolverine this year in Deadpool and Wolverine, and the film was a massive success, and the actor seemed to be right at home in the MCU. So will Disney make Hugh Jackman do this till he's at least 90? Well, some recent reports seem to indicate that the Merc with the Mouth was not joking in the film, and there is a pretty big future for Hugh Jackman as Logan in the MCU. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the report, where it's coming from, and what path Hugh Jackman will be following through the MCU. Well, like I was saying, the return of Hugh Jackman to the role of Wolverine in this year's Deadpool film was absolutely great. He not only brought the character back to life and gave us kind of a new tweaked version, but we finally got to see him suit up in a classic costume, giving fans several moments they've been dying for decades. Now, with the success of the film, it was always pretty obvious to me, and probably most of you, that this isn't the end of the road, and that Jackman and Reynolds would be back in some way, shape, or form. And now we've got a bit of an update from one of our Hollywood insiders. Now, this report comes from Daniel Rickman, so we always put the caveat of we want to take it with a grain of salt, because it's not from Kevin Feige or Marvel Studios, but Rickman's got a great track record, and as you know, we report a lot of his scoops on this channel. Now, Rickman recently backed up a rumor we've been hearing that Marvel Studios is currently working on a Deadpool and Wolverine sequel. Now, like we said, this makes a lot of sense. This is a billion-dollar movie. But he took this report a step further. He said there is an excellent chance that the Merc with the Mouth and Logan will be part of Avengers Secret Wars. And that may not be the last time we see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Now, what he is saying is that there is a sizable chance that Jackman will be staying on as Wolverine in the MCU after Secret Wars. Now, this is a rumor that we've been hearing over and over again, but this is the first time I've heard it from one of the Hollywood scoopers that has been getting some of this stuff right. And it's starting to look more and more like the character could be sticking around to take on the role as the legendary X-Man. Now, honestly, I don't know how many features Marvel will be able to squeeze out of Jackman to play Wolverine at this age, but him coming back to the character, well, there's been one Wolverine, and I don't really know who else would want to take up the role. He nailed the part last year so well. He obviously still has the body and loves being part of the Marvel Universe. Jackman has also said many times he would like to team up with the likes of other MCU characters, specifically Captain America. So once he's part of Secret Wars and we see where Marvel Studios is heading, well, it does feel like there's a strong chance for Jackman to continue. Now, for me though, I want to point out, this is a big risk for Marvel, because depending on how many features they have Jackman attached to, well, the future of Wolverine in the MCU could feel a little threatened. Marvel has a rare and unique opportunity after Secret Wars to recast some well-known faces. We've talked many times about a new actor taking over the role of Steve Rogers from Chris Evans, or even Tony Stark from Robert Downey Jr. But if Hugh Jackman continues as the character, I'm not sure how Marvel could replace him in the future, and honestly, 6 or 7 years from now, Jackman might simply be too old to play Wolverine, and Marvel will have to reconsider what they're doing. Now, obviously, in the world of CGI and stuntmen, a lot can be done with an actor that's kind of too old for the action, but not too old to play the part. We saw that with Robert Downey Jr. Obviously, we're seeing him return as Doom, so I think Marvel can handle this, but I am super curious on what their plan is, where they're going, and what their plans are for the future of the character. Keeping Jackman is absolutely a win. I'm just really kind of curious on how this pans out. So, what do you guys think? How do you feel about Hugh Jackman sticking around for a little bit longer to take on the role of Wolverine inside the MCU? Or would you rather them do a recasting after Secret Wars, go ahead and pull the band-aid off, and move forward with the character with a brand new actor in a brand new world? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Now, before you take off, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, ring that bell for all the updates, and make sure you get every notification, because we do daily Marvel and DC content and we don't want you to miss any news.